Did you know that Quinlan Vos and Mace Windu fought? And Mace Windu literally for a moment there became Batman. This is an old issue. When I say old, it's 1998, Star Wars issue number 22 of the Dark Horse comics. The issue starts with Quinlan Vos as he is searching for Aayla Secura, his apprentice, who has been kidnapped. In the end, he discovers that Pol Secura, her uncle, had kidnapped her, and under intense scrutiny by Quinlan Vos, who had already lost it, he not only finds Aayla Secura, but he also discovers that Senator Chomfrey Ka is behind her abduction. There's a brief moment where we clearly see that Quinlan Vos has been tainted by the dark side as he uses Force Lightning to torture Pol Secura. Even Pol is surprised because he knows that the Jedi should not use these tactics. At that moment, Aayla instinctively uses the Force to blast both of them over the ledge with the Force. While Pol Secura falls to his death, Vilmar, one of the partners of Quinlan on this journey, intervenes, grabs him by the hand, and saves his life. Now, it continues because Quinlan is aware of a deeper corruption and wants to bring all of them to justice, especially Senator Chomfrey Ka, who is aiming to dismantle his network that led to Aayla's suffering. Now, they both journey to Coruscant to find the senator. Problem is, while Quinlan is enraged and still focused on his anger, his partner Villy betrays him, literally shoots him in the back. Once Quinlan wakes up, he finds out that his partner had betrayed him to the senator, Chomfrey Ka, who has already imprisoned Quinlan. And you can see Trade Federation droids with the senator, meaning that he is now working for the Trade Federation and early separatists. Once Quinlan wakes up, he wants to grab his lightsaber, but Villy shows him that he has already grabbed it, and Quinlan is enraged that he had betrayed him. Of course, as we learn very shortly, this was all an act in front of the senator. Villy has only one question: has he already paid the amount to his account? And the senator responds with a yes. With that, Villy moves on to his second part of the plan. Quinlan removes his restraints, Villy throws Quinlan's lightsaber at him, and now they both reveal that the plan was in motion all along. They only played the senator that Villy had betrayed Quinlan while they were working with him. Quinlan, though, had still not let go of his rage. He approaches the senator and says that his life ends here. But just before he could end the life of the senator, Mace Windu walks in and reveals that a probe droid had already recorded the senator's confession and that he would be imprisoned. Now he orders Quinlan to put his lightsaber away. Chomfrey Ka will be delivered to the courts, and it is time for your retraining, knowing full well that Quinlan had gone to the other side. No, it's not enough, says Quinlan. For all the evil he has done, he deserves to die. Whether you know it or not, says Mace Windu, you are succumbing to the dark side right now. You must put down your lightsaber. But the eyes of Quinlan showed something different. It showed his inner rage and that he was not going to put away his lightsaber. As he kicks Mace Windu in the face. Mace Windu, though, took it in stride. He literally just pulled out his lightsaber and ignited it, and now they were both in a fierce duel. Just a quick side note, as you can see, Mace Windu's lightsaber is blue. I just wanted to explain that this is, as I said, 1998. So this comic is just before The Phantom Menace was released and way before Attack of the Clones. So at this point, the illustrators thought that Mace Windu had a blue lightsaber. Just an interesting tidbit in Legends comic. And now I got my hands on copies of this issue that were released after Attack of the Clones. So they actually reprinted this issue with the correct lightsaber color. So here it is, a purple lightsaber for Mace Windu. The duel continues, and it's as you can see, it's a pretty marvelous one. Quinlan was a good match for Mace Windu, albeit Mace was much more powerful, as we're going to discover now. Now Quinlan had retreated to the inner workings of the Coruscanti lower levels, hiding from Mace Windu. All of a sudden, Quinlan reveals himself, and he is going so fast with his lightsaber that he frightens the bats around him. As you can see, Mace Windu is down below waiting for him. The panel reads, Mace Windu's opponent, Quinlan Vos, flows with the rage in his heart. His opponent seeks to kill, but Mace Windu has complete resolve in his heart instead of rage, as you can see by his determination. He simply turns to the bats that surrounded Quinlan and spoke to them through the Force. This Force ability was called Beast Language, and it was a deviation from a Force ability also known as Animal Bond, which allowed the user to speak to any type of creature in a language that it could understand, allowing both the handler and the animal to communicate and exchange information. Outside outside of Mace Windu, we know that also Obi-Wan was very proficient in this Force ability. Now we get back to the conflict. Mace Windu is literally talking to the bats. Has our conflict disturbed your sleep, small brothers? Pass by. I will not harm you. With this, Quinlan Voss's plan has failed. He wanted to use the bats as a distraction, as a tool, but Mace Windu's Force ability was so proficient that he neutralized this threat. He literally talked to the bats. He became a Batman at that moment. A frustrated Quinlan Voss has only one question. He says, why? Why do you try and save him? Meaning the senator. It is not him I'm trying to save, says Mace Windu as he disengages his lightsaber. If you strike Chomfrey Ka now, from the depths of your hate, and you will be forever lost in the dark side. I put aside my weapon, says Mace Windu. I will not fight you, but to kill Chomfrey Ka, you will have to strike me down. Are you willing to do that? Asks Mace Windu. Quinlan is visibly angry but shook by this question, and this is the ultimate resolve of Mace Windu. Just by speaking to him without his weapon, he brings Quinlan Voss to be himself again, to be a Jedi. Quinlan Voss answers that he is not ready to strike Mace Windu. There are paths down which I will not walk. My heart, my spirit, knows what is right and what is wrong, says Quinlan. To the depths of my being, I'm a Jedi, and I will not betray what I am. Master Windu, as he kneels, I submit myself for retraining. Now they walk together with the senator imprisoned. Quinlan asks that Aayla be found and brought here, that she might also be retrained, since from torture she had lost her memory. It will be done, says Mace. She is owed that much. Come, let us return to the temple. But of course, a sinister plot had already begun. Behind the scenes, in a recording, Darth Sidious had watched everything unfold. So close, my fine Jedi, says Sidious about Quinlan Voss, just inching to the dark side, but not close enough. Oh, you have cost me, says Sidious. A gambit stymied, some pawns sacrificed, but in their place a knight may be gained. For you have tested the dark side and may prove susceptible in the future, and the future belongs to me, says Darth Sidious. And as we know, of course, Quinlan Voss does succumb to the dark side later on, but also a few other Jedi too, like Sora Bulk and of course Count Dooku. You know what's also interesting and really weird when you think about it? Both Sora Bulk and Count Dooku were very involved with Mace Windu also. Not that Mace Windu was responsible for Quinlan Voss. As you can see here, Quinlan Voss had already started his dark path way earlier, even before meeting Mace Windu properly. They only met once briefly, but Sora Bulk was so close to Mace Windu that he also learned Vapad, the newly invented lightsaber style that Mace Windu used that tempted you to the dark side. Sora Bulk actually fell to the dark side because of Vapad, which Mace Windu did not. And by watching Tales of the Jedi, you can also see that Count Dooku was very close to Mace Windu too, and he felt betrayed when Mace Windu was offered a seat to the council and Dooku was not. So yeah, very interesting tidbits, but this comic showed you that Mace Windu was the complete Jedi. This was just a perfect and great duel, and it didn't go flashy to just comic after comic of them trading blows. It actually showed how powerful Mace Windu was, both with the lightsaber, with the Force, with the bats, and even diplomatically by only talking to Quinlan Voss and bringing him from the ledge. Talk to me down below in the comments. I read them constantly, and if you want to watch more comics like this, then just click on the end screen.